Hey babes, hello, come on in here, welcome back. Welcome back to your safe space. Shaka figure like boom. Chugga choom. Hello, okay, so in this video, I just want to let you guys in on a conversation that I've had with the Lord. This is supposed to encourage you. I'm so sorry. This is like a new way of doing videos, and I'm still a little awkward behind the camera, whatever, share or whatever. But so yeah, I was talking to the Lord, okay? And this conversation happened for me. It started happening on a Sunday. It is now Monday, and it has carried on more. And actually, I think this conversation has kind of been a few days old now. But so the first part of this statement that I was going to say is that you need to have a safe space for the Lord. I know we say like the Lord dwells in us, and he does. These are our temples. The Lord dwells here. He, resides inside of us. You are the Lord's home. If you want to make him your home, of course, because you have to be willing. But at the same time, I have a specific place in my house that's reserved strictly for the Lord. And actually for me, funnily enough, it became my bathroom, and I didn't know it was going to be my bathroom. I didn't even know it was gonna be a thing. But basically what really happened was one day I went in my bathroom and the Lord was like, take off your house shoes. Don't wear them in here. And I'm like, for real? But like sometimes you hear something from the Lord and you think that it may be you, you're like, where did this come from? And I don't know why I ever assume, because sometimes it can be us, but like thoughts like that to me, I'm like, why would I ever assume that I'm just so smart enough to say things like that? Like obviously it had to come from God. But anyways, at the time I didn't know, because when you're first learning the voice of God, you don't know how it sounds, and when you don't walk with him and talk with him consistently, it is hard to know which way is up and which way is down. And even when you are walking with him, you still find yourself sometimes like, Lord, did you really say that, or am I tweaking? And so anyways, that day, that's what he told me, to take my house shoes off and not to wear it in my bathroom. And so my bathroom, as with any other places, I keep that thing as clean can be. You know what I'm saying? It is clean up in there. And so your bathrooms, that's just pretty much where, for me, it's one of my most intimate places outside of my room. Like, you do your business in there, you shower in there. Like, I feel like you spend a great deal of time in your bathroom. And for me, whenever I'm doing things like taking a shower, doing my hair, putting on lipstick, whatever the case may be, I listen to music. I love music. Okay, I am a musical child. I sing it, I dance it. I just love the music. And so one thing the Lord was kind of really dealing with me on at this time was listening to worship music when I showered. Now, for context, the worship music in itself goes really back to college, because when I was in college, I heard one of my roommates, they were playing a worship song. And so after that, it was like that clicked and registered for me, like, yeah, I should play worship music while I'm in the shower, especially knowing that they were okay with worship music. It made me want to play worship music. But there would be some times where maybe I played worship music and I played secular music, while I showered. It was either or. It was never like one set thing. And so I slowly just started, I don't really know what year, but slowly I had just started really trying to make that a thing, worshiping, while I take a shower. And so it wasn't like that necessarily was a big shift for me, but making this place a holy, consecrated thing, that was big for me. I guess because I didn't think that Jesus would invoke himself and establish himself like that in my bathroom. These were the things I was doing, but I was doing it just because, I wanted to listen to worship music. And I just, at the time, when I was building up to do that, in my human mind, I was not noticing what the Lord was really establishing me or establishing for me in that bathroom. And so it just became like, I guess you could say, my altar of praise and worship. Now, I praise and worship the Lord anywhere, anywhere in my house. But really, I feel like, for me at least, and it's not just my bathroom, but it's majority, like that is, well, I guess that is the first and foremost place, where I can kind of just let go. And it's so funny because to me, in a way, it's like my thought process now of my bathroom is, I'm getting clean with the Lord, so like while I'm actively cleaning out my outside, I'm cleaning out my inside too. If I had a hard night, and I'm showering, or if I had a hard day before, and even though I've prayed about it and whatever, now I can worship about it, I can sing about it, I can start my day off with praise, or if it's at nighttime, I can end my day with praise. Or even if it's a somber, sad moment, like I can give myself encouragement and reassurance that the Lord is with me. And typically that helps me too, because it gets me ready. In the morning time, I've done devotional, like I've been set on the Lord, and at nighttime, I do devotional and go to sleep. And so having a secret place for the Lord has just helped me establish a meeting ground with Him, and I don't even know, Lord, why you caused me to tell this part, but there was times where, and there still are times where I'll literally like come from behind my shower curtain, and the first thing that I think or I register is, thank you, Lord, for like meeting me here, or hello, Lord. It's literally as if I can see Him in my bathroom with me. And I know for some people that's like, but for real, I'm serious. It's like He is literally there with me. I know He is, because first of all, let's think about it like this. The Lord has promised to be with us everywhere, right? And even on top of that, even me making this video with you, like the Lord is here. Nothing exists outside of that man knowing or being there. He even promised if we went to hell, He would be there. Even if I make up my bed in hell, you were there. Now, not at the end, because if you do that, that's on you. But the point is please don't do that. It's just on you. Like I feel like there should be more seriousness to that, because like that is your soul, so if that is what you end up choosing, like just don't let that be a choice, because that's just such a sad choice. Like, why wouldn't you want to? If we suffer so much on earth, and we shouldn't even be suffering down here. And that's part of our problems, because everybody's dying and waiting to go to heaven for their blessings. But the Lord promised us great things in this life too, But even if you're a person, you're like, oh, I'm suffering down here and woe is me. Well, why would you want to suffer after you die? If you just gave your heart to the Lord and let Him work on your grumpiness, then surely your heart will be turned towards Him, and you can go home and rest and have peace in these streets. And so I have made a safe place with the Lord. And on top of that, of course, like I say, I do the things, I pray, read my Bible, the whole shebang. But to add to this story, I was sitting here at my job, and I'm looking at these guys, these light guys come up, and they've put up these poles in the earth where they loop the cables, not the cables, but where they set up the street lights. They've set up poles for the street lights. And I was recording a video and sending it to my best friend, because I was telling her, in the midst of one of them raising the poles, and hopefully I kept the video, it was going so slow, and it was like the Lord just put it on my thought process, like, that's how they raised up the cross, like that's how they lifted up the Lord as He was being crucified. And to me, I just kept hearing the Lord saying, they're establishing light. They are putting them poles up for the light to be hung there. In the same way, those people put that pole up with Jesus on it, and they established His light, and even the people who were trying to position the pole, they were working together. It was two men trying to hold the massive thing and center it to get it, stationed and grouped. And I felt like I know the Lord was even telling me then, us as humans, we cannot do this alone. We were never meant to do this alone. My dad sent me a great photo that I'm going to include in here as well. But, I feel like that even tied into everything with this. First of all, let the Lord establish his light. Let the Lord establish his light in your heart, like in your temple, in your vessel. Let the Lord live here and dwell here. And as he's living here and dwelling here, let him dwell in your actual home or wherever it is that you are residing. Feel the Lord, talk to the Lord, worship the Lord, cry with the Lord, go to sleep with the Lord, watch shows with the Lord. In everything you do, honor and acknowledge the Lord, and he will direct your paths and set them straight. These are promises from him. And I just find it so incredible that it started out with this notion of having a secret place for the Lord, to him tying it together with these light poles. But when you start to establish a bond with him and build foundations with him, that's what you are doing. You are lifting him up in your spirit, in your being. You are hearing his good news. You are proclaiming his good news. You are believing his good news, and you are walking in his good news. And just like that freaking pole outside, just like they did Jesus when they raised him up, he is our light. He is the light of the world. He is the light of us. We shine ever so brightly, and we are ever so special, and we are ever so incredible because of the light of the Lord. He is the light. He is the best light. And so just really be encouraged. Life happens, and it happens to the best of us. And when life happens to you, it is not to tear you down, and it is not to discourage you. And this is something that I am actively still learning. So trust me, I'm not Lord, I'm not talking at you. I'm talking with you. Sorry, y'all. That is between me and the Lord. He know exactly why. But for real, it is not to make you feel like you are doing wrong. I was telling my dad this yesterday, and it is something that I've seen in the world personally, and it is something that I'm guilty of. I have been guilty of. We love to say, oh, just give it to the Lord and just trust the Lord, and the Lord will direct your paths. But then when the fire comes towards you, like, you don't want to give it to the Lord. You out here trying to get little pail buckets and douse it on the fire, and you can't even do nothing. But you got a whole fire truck. You got an oasis of unlimited water literally standing beside you with the hose, just looking at you like, you ready for me to help? And I hope that made you laugh, but I'm, in all seriousness, being honest, we take on so much stuff, and we get so caught up in ourselves and our greatness and our human efforts that when life happens, it falls to pieces for us. For me, at least, in my mind, in my heart, I'm like, am I not following you? Am I not your faithful servant? Have I not always did X, Y, and Z? And have I not blah, blah, blah? And it's not even that. First of all, it could have been for protection. That situation could have been to protect you, and you didn't even know. And then too, on top of that, we are not supposed to carry these burdens. It is for the Lord to carry. It is for him to carry. And when we go through the trials and the testing of our faith, is to say we know him. So I can sit here and tell you, like, look, we done had some valleys. We climb every mountain. We've circled how many times? But I can say that I know the Lord is real, and he is faithful, and he is gracious upon the sons of men. Oh, that we will rejoice for his faithfulness to the sons of men. He is faithful to us, and he is our friend, and he is our guide. And so I just want to encourage you to establish the Lord as your light. Let him, my note says, let the Lord establish his light. So you let the Lord establish his light. in your heart, in your home, in your community, wherever you go. And not only that, you are the Lord's light. You are his light. But for him to raise you up and let your glory shine, you have to get plugged into the source, baby. He is your, I think they call it like a GCFI plug, whatever. We ain't that tech savvy. Did you see it? We don't want to be loud and wrong though. But point is, the Lord is your master source code, okay? You can't do nothing without him being your forerunner. You need the Lord. And you should just want him because that's your protection. And you should just trust and believe he has your best interest at heart, and he truly does care about you. And so, yes, this is another one positive, encouraging word that I want to give you and just tell you the Lord is your light. Let him establish himself and he will do it. He will direct your paths. He will give you joyful days. He will give you peaceful days, but you have to believe it. You have to believe in him and you have to trust him. And this is something I am working on with you. So if you ever feel down and discouraged, know that you have somebody who is out here fighting with you and for you and believing in you and your success. I want to see you make it. I want to see you do everything it is you believe you can do, Lord willing, of course. Because why can't we? If he said we can have it, surely we can have it. We can be it. We can do it. And in his timing, Lord willing, we will all get there. So just be encouraged, man. I made this video for you, for us, and not even me, because the Lord wanted me to come and reassure you and tell you the good news. So just be encouraged. It is well. And if he is putting this on your heart, he obviously wants to establish his light and love inside of you. So get to knowing your man. He is the best man. He is the best friend in this world. Believe me, you can always place your bets on him. He's never failing. So the Lord does love and bless you. May he keep you. I believe in you. I love you. I'm rooting for you. You can do this. Please stay so shaded and hydrated in these summer months, okay? It is hot out here, y'all. And to anybody just going through any kind of bizarre weather, blessings upon you, man. I truly hope everything levels out, that your resources and your possessions are restored, and above all, I just hope your life is well. And so I love y'all. I hope whenever you view this, you have the best, most incredible of days, or the best, most incredible of nights. Goodbye, guys.